The World Travel and Tourism Council's Economic Impact Report shows that the South African travel and tourism sector is forecast to grow at an average 7.6% annually over the next decade. Now, MSC Cruises are bringing in bigger cruise liners to welcome more holiday makers. I guess they want to take advantage of this forecast growth. I'm now joined by its Managing Director, Volk, to share some insights of the cruise economy. Ross, good afternoon. Welcome to today, and thank you very much for your time. Broadly first, the cruise economy, just talk to us about that. I mean, how is that like currently, and how are you responding to it? I understand you're going to be bringing in bigger ships.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dan, for the opportunity this afternoon. It's a great privilege to be on your show. Yeah, the cruise economy is growing around the world. In 2019, it would have transported 35 million passengers. And in South Africa, we average between 125 to 170,000 passengers a year, depending on whether we've got one, two, or a large vessel. And I think our strategic aim was to bring a vessel to South Africa that targeted a broad spectrum of guests, so not only ultra high-end luxury, but also the sort of three-star area. So the cabin allocation on this new vessel cater for that wide disbursement of LSMs within South Africa, and we're very excited about the opportunity for it to cater for South African holiday goers.
Yeah, I mean, you say I've said the economic impact report of the WTTC says expect 7.6% annual growth in terms of our tourism sector. Your own area, your own sector, the cruise area, how has that been doing post the pandemic?
I think it's been doing wonderfully in certain areas, and other areas has taken a bit of time to recover. So if I take a look at the US and Italy and Spain, they've done very, very nicely since post-COVID. South Africa has struggled a little bit, but I think that's got more to do with the current economic conditions of South Africa than it does with COVID. I think people are really struggling at the moment with increased electricity prices. Our concern around diesel and petrol price increases and the flagging economy have a direct impact on people's ability to spend money and buy a holiday. I do think, however, that at the end of the day, a cruise holiday provides a better opportunity for people because it's an all-inclusive holiday, and it allows you to cap your spend at the beginning rather than have to have all this ancillary spend when you're on a holiday destination. So I do think that cruising is a value for money holiday, and it's one of the best opportunities to lock in the price. But the economy of South Africa has obviously dented some of our recovery.
Yeah, I mean, locally, in terms of our region, which are the favorite destinations and where are you as MSC going to be focusing on? I know that there used to be a cruise, I think, from Cape Town to one of the islands off the coast of Mozambique.
No, so it's predominantly out of Durban to our Mozambique islands. So Portuguese island is a 3-night and 4-night departure to Pemeni. I think South Africans are very popular with that of those kind of cruises. It offers a good opportunity for a break, a rest, and a good party. And then we have slightly longer cruises, 4 and 5 nights out of Cape Town to Walvis Bay, which is a little bit more cultural and a little bit more scenic in terms of wanting to go and experience Swakopmund and the dunes of Namibia. But yeah, the most popular is our 3 and 4 night departures out of Durban to Mozambique. It's the sun, the fun, and the party element, which I think people enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ignorant of this, and I'm asking this very, very clear that I'm ignorant of it. Are there long cruises, long distance cruises from our shores that hook up with others elsewhere, or you always have to fly to for example, to the Caribbean, or you fly to the Mediterranean to cruise there?
So most cruises are cyclical. So we do have a 12-night cruise to Mauritius and Reunion, which will take place on the 27th of December through to the 8th or 9th of January. But traditionally, you'll have a cruise vessel in one region for a particular period of time. So we do have a grand voyage down from, it's called the southbound grand voyage, and obviously then the northbound. That's a 28-day cruise from Istanbul in Turkey down to Durban, calling at various ports through the Med, the Suez Canal Transit, Safaga, Reunion and Mauritius, and then into Durban. And then on the northbound, it'll also be on the east coast as well, again, going the reverse route. And those really connect you into sort of Trieste, into Genoa, into European ports. But those are generally the only two that you have that connect you through. Okay. Alternatively, you've got to go and fly through those spaces. So that ocean liner cruise going thing that we realized in the 1800s is kind of gone. It's really about cruise vessels offering opportunities within a specific region for a specific time.
Yeah, well, spring is here. That means the festive season, as I said in my intro, is fast approaching. What can holiday makers expect from you guys this coming season for holidays as people are beginning to plan?
I think we've got a glitzy new vessel. It offers the yacht club for the first time in South African waters. So that's a ship within a ship concept. So it's got 71 cabins inside the vessel that gives you private dining, private living room space, private pool, 24-hour butler service and concierge service, and then access to the spa area, to the thermal area, so saunas and showers and jacuzzis and things like that. In addition to that, obviously we've got some fine dining and some specialty restaurants on board the vessel. It's a lot larger, so it's 1,000 people more than what we were experiencing on MSC Orchestra. It is a lot newer. It's about 8 or 9 years newer than Orchestra, and it's got a wonderful new zesty feel to the festive season and holiday season for South African travelers and the cruise fanatics that are out there.
Okay. Final question. I mean, we live in a time of climate change. Weather patterns have changed. Southern Africa, we are warned of the El Nino effect. It's going to be very hot, and we might even have severe weather storms in parts. And we know that going into Jan-Feb, we get those cyclones off the Mozambique Channel. When you plan such cruises, Ross, what do you as MSC Cruises put into your risk mitigation plans?
Well, at the heart of every plan that we have is the safety and security of all of our passengers and our crew. We don't ever want to have a situation where that's compromised. So our consideration plans for those eventualities that happen that would threaten the safety, and we then avoid those. We have no desire to go into areas of high cyclone activity, and even evidenced last season. You know, we had several cruises that we moved down to Port Elizabeth because there was the heavy cyclone activity off the coast of Mozambique. So, you know, at the heart of any decision we make is around the safety and the security of our passengers and crew. And we have all the plans in place in case we have to do it. We obviously would love to continue to fulfill all of the dreams of everyone to go to Mozambique and have a celebratory cruise in the tropical waters of Mozambique. However, obviously the safety is most important, and we will look to plan B or plan C if we need to ensure the safety of all on board.
Thank you very much, Ross Volk. He's, of course, the boss of MSC Cruises South Africa, just sharing with us what will be in store for holiday makers come December. If you're planning your holiday, maybe you'll be considering a cruise. If you can afford one, I'm told it's a pleasant experience.